Good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing? Welcome to today's stream. Who's hyped? Who's hyped? I definitely am. You know I am. And I've already played it. And I'm still hyped. So I'm hoping today I can show you a bit of this and, we can play it in the usual way. And I know a lot of you are also hyped, but I'm hoping that this will hype you even more because it's coming out tomorrow. You can get your hands on it. So, I want to thank Dovetail, first of all, for giving me early access as part of the Ambassador programme. And also, of course, Just Trains, because Just Trains are the reason we're here. They've made a great route. I don't want to spoil it, but they have, and I'm sure you'll see it. So let me just quickly tell you what we're doing. I thought this morning, so I'm doing 2 streams today, because I've even took a day off for this. I've never done that before, and I've streamed a lot of these on release date or in early access. But I'm that excited about this one. We're going to do a couple of mainline runs. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take a summer run, passenger run between Preston and Carlisle, all stops. We're going to do that first. That'll be about an hour and 20, I think it is. Then what we're going to do is we're going to jump back in and we're going to come back with a steel train in the snow in December, Carlisle back to Preston. So all in all, about 3 hours this morning, and then we'll be back again live tonight at 6:30 p.m. UK time if you want to come and jump back. Then we're going to have a look at everything else that's on the timetable, and we're going to look at the layers and just see what else you can do. Mainly this route obviously is about the 87, so I thought we'd do the 87 this morning. One other bit of admin straight after this stream. I've done a tutorial for the Class 87 in TSW over the weekend. The minute the stream finishes, I'll make that live. So if you're interested a little bit more in seeing offline just how the 87 works and how you get it started and how you move off and how you use the notching or tap system, it's in that tutorial. It's about a 10-minute tutorial, but hopefully I'm looking forward to your feedback. Hopefully it's at a level where you'll understand it, because I know some of you have been a little bit nervous about running the 87, but honestly it's fine. We'll say a few hellos. We have got Tom, Animal, Oliver, Jason, good morning, Simworld Life, Bapik, It's Enigma, David Drives, Steve, KH, Trevor, Phil, Bagel Bomb, TJ, Andrew. Who else have we got? Kabepi, Louis Trains, George Shannon, good morning, good morning. And if I've missed anyone, I do apologise. We've got 73 in. I do appreciate everybody coming in. Shall we just dive in? Because that's what everybody is here for. Let's have a quick look first at the route itself. 5 scenarios, decent length scenarios as well. I've not played any of these at the moment, but you can see there's a lot to do on these. That's using 87, Class 08, Class 87 again, the 101 of course, and the 47. So just let you in to one thing. I did a service in the 47 yesterday from Carlisle down to Preston. It took 3 hours to do it. 3 hours. Is that the longest service we've got in TSW at the moment? It kept, admittedly, it kept putting me into loops while the 87s were flying past. But 3 hours. And it was an interesting 3 hours because I kept jumping out and going having a look round and seeing what the scenery was like. And it's 45 miles per hour running as well, all the way down the main line. So you get a very good look at the route. So, if that's your thing, there's plenty of that, which is really nice. Services, 320. I've got all the layers, because we're on the PC today, I've got all the layers on the PS5 and the PC for this one. But you can see we've got the 87, the 101, the Jubilee, Scotsman, Pacer. The 20 comes in, the 31 does, the 45 from Northern Transpennine, Class 40, 37 from Tees Valley, and the 47 of course. So there's a lot to do. Each individual one will tell you the proportion of services they've got for each. But if you do own some or all of the layers, there's absolutely loads you can do. Absolutely loads. Right. First service then. I'll try and read the chat as best I can. We've got 80 in at the moment. Thank you everybody so much for coming in. Please do give me a little like if you don't mind. I'll try and read out as much as I can, but obviously with this 87, we need to concentrate. Well, I do. Else I'll mess it up big time. First one we're going to do is we'll do it in the Intercity livery, and we're going to go for 1S49, which is 10:58, 1 hour 24. So this is Nottingham to Glasgow Central and Edinburgh Waverley. So this is an all stops service. So I'm going to choose that. As I said, we're going to do summer for this one, so you can have a good look at the route first. So let's go for we'll go for early August as I usually do. And we'll show the snow on the way back. So let's go for this driver. There we go. Can't wait for Oxenholme. Oh dear me. I've had a practice, so I'm going to let you into a secret. What's the system spec? I've got a 4070 32 gig. Oh god, what's the processor? I'll come back to you on the processor. I can't remember. Right, we're in the 87. Let's have a look which one we've got. City of Birmingham 009. So this is the Intercity livery. We've of course got the Intercity livery. We've got the BI Blue livery. We'll come back from Carlisle in the BI Blue. But they've all got nameplates, which is really nice. We'll get the doors open first thing. And then we'll get the cab set up. So as I said, I've got a tutorial coming straight after the stream, which will go through this in a little bit more detail, how to get things ready. Most of you will know it anyway, but just in case. So let's crouch down to go into the engine room, because we're going to put all the safety systems on. And if you come through the back, we've got the vigilance device, which is here. So we'll set that. There's lots of other switches and things you can play with in the back if you so desire. You can turn things on and off. All the fuses are there should you need them. Come back to the front. Close that. Most important thing as we stand back up, do set this AWS cab change end lever. If you don't do that, you won't be able to control the 87 from this side. So that's probably the most important thing. Right, so let's do that. Then we need to get all the lights ready to go. Thank you to everybody that's subscribing. Do appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. Should be a fun stream, this one. Headlight. Then we've got instrument lights here. We'll put those on bright. Master switch here. Into forwards. DJ, you got all your layers downloaded yesterday ready. Excellent. Chris W. can't wait for Oxenholme. Stace, good morning. How are you doing? Right, let's lock the doors. Get the brakes off. Got 92 viewers in. Thank you everybody for coming in. That's a new record for me. 83 was the previous record, so thank you to everybody that's popped in today. Much appreciated. Right, let's go. So we are gonna keep notching up. Little by little. As I said, this will all be in the tutorial if you're not really sure what I'm doing. So we've got a 35 coming out of Preston, so we don't really want to run it up. We'll just notch it up slightly. We'll leave it there for now. We do move to an 80 quite soon. All right. It's now officially called doing an Oxenholme in the train sim community. If you miss a station, is it? The reputation's going before me there. Oh, I'm never going to live that down. I keep thinking I'll get a t-shirt made for that. Duo's proud, no mistake, says Chris. Oh, no pressure. No pressure. I do appreciate everybody coming in, especially on a Monday morning. Yeah, Dovetail given me early access 24 hours before, so I have been playing it though over the weekend, just getting used to it, doing a couple of tutorials that I can put on the feed. I'm sure you'll find those useful as well. But I've been super hyped about this, as you all know. And for me, today's the day, and you guys will get it tomorrow. I'm sure you're not going to be disappointed. But I wanted to run this one in summer, so you could get a good look at the route, and then we'll see how it performs in the snow as well on the way back. So, Tom, good morning, how you doing? Thunderer feels like you're in your 20s again, on staff passes. Paul, morning. Sean, how are you? Ashley, Sophie. I could only do as bad as Matt Pedalston. He did alright, didn't he, Matt? Matt's the expert. Right, now we're in the 80 zone. You'll see all this in a tutorial. I'm going to put it in run up, which will start going through the taps on its own, rather than me go one by one. Let's put that back to hold for now. Lancaster's the first stop, so let me just show you what it is we're doing. Hang on, not that. I got mouse problems again. Hang on. Why is that doing that? I want to show the schedule. Right, we'll do it this way instead. Lancaster's first. Oxenholme, 11:35, so you can prepare yourselves for that. Penrith, then Carlisle. For some reason I can't bring up the schedule, which is odd with the controller. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. That's what I wanted to do. We should get to Carlisle 12:22, so we're right at the beginning. But enjoy, that's the main thing. Let me know if the sound is all okay. We'll run it up again, shall we? 110 coming up. As usual, everybody, give me mum a wave. She lives over there in these houses. Give her a wave. We always do that in TS Classic. Let's do it in TSW. Right, let's run it right up, shall we? Open a cab motor, yeah. A cab window for the motors, right, I'll do that. Everyone's waving. Thank you for that. I'll tell her about that later. She'll be chuffed about that. She might even be watching. I don't know. She sometimes sneaks in. Hey Bartman, how you doing? We've got Run Zombie. Lady Tintin Senior is the full title. Just on the attention to detail, just want to show you something quickly here. Just whilst we're going past. If I just go into photo mode, up here we've got, I think, is Broughton and Barton Station, the old, that was right there. Let me just change this field of view, pull it out. That's the old station. But then over here, right, I noticed this church. True story. My grandparents are buried in that churchyard. And that church and the churchyard is actually in the game, and it looks exactly like this. It's bizarre. I was just nosing around over the weekend, so there's a lot of trackside detail been put in to this, and it's pretty impressive. I'm going to notch down a little bit because we're speeding. Bring it back a little bit. But what I'll do, I'll run it down so I can bring it down in a bigger chunk. And just put it back to hold. This is the trick. We see the speed's coming down now. It takes a little bit of practice. You will speed when you're first using it. I wouldn't worry too much. A little bit of braking now. There's a lot going on. I think Just Train said it's like driving the seat of your pants. It is. It really is. Matt Trainspotter, how are you doing? Thanks Richard for subbing, appreciated. Paul says Just Trains have done a good job yet again. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's for you guys, it's definitely for you guys to decide. I wouldn't try to sell it to you. You know I'm super hyped about it. Right, there's a neutral section board. So we've already got the power run down. So let's just turn the controller off. So from the first black board that you get for a neutral section, you get, it's a mile between that and the actual neutral section. So you've got that long to power it down. And once we go over it, you'll see the line light go out, and then when we're over it, it'll come back on again and we can accelerate again. So here's the neutral section now, see it on the track. So the line light will go out and then it comes back again, and then after that what we can do is we can notch up or run up, whichever you prefer. So we'll run up a little bit, see the amps are increasing again. A little bit more. Gonna see it increase slightly from 89. There we go. Has everyone taken a day off to view the stream? I've taken the day off to play it. I've been looking forward to showing this to you guys after I've put out so many videos hyping it up. I just had to do it. 10 miles to Lancaster, that's our first stop. Yeah, thanks TJ, appreciate that. I do know this route quite well. There's a pacer, look, coming down the other side. I'm sure he's not going as fast as us. Is it the first time playing the route today, says Paul? In TSW, no, I've played it over the weekend though, so we did get... There's just an embargo that I need to follow to show it publicly, so I've only played it this weekend a little bit, that's all. David Drives has become a member. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that, mate. Thank you so much. Welcome to the club. Perfect stream to do it in, that, mate. Give it the beans, says Chris. Well, we've got Lancaster coming up quite soon. And we need to be, I think we need to be down to 15 miles per hour as we come into Lancaster as well. So I don't want to Oxenholme into Lancaster. Stace has also rejoined. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that, mate. Thank you so much. And your badge has continued from last time, if you noticed. Your membership has resumed. So you're not on the 1 month badge. Right, let's just hold it here because we're on the flat. Ed, good morning. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm loving it, Paul. Yeah, it's brilliant. It really is. This is right up my street, this. And as you'll see over the day, especially tonight at 6:30 when we come back, there's just, if you've got the layers, there's so much to do other than just the 87 services as well. There's so much variety. As a package, the whole route is just, it's right up there, honestly. It's the best one for me. Joshua, good morning. Just seen the manual for the route. Looks like a really nice detailed route. Yeah, I forgot about the manual as well, because the manual is quite detailed. Probably most of you have already had a read through the manual. It's well worth doing. And what I like about the manual as well is that it's giving you the history of the line as well. And a bit of background and, you know, screenshots of places you can see while you're travelling up and down. So there's driving the trains, but there's also enjoying the actual route itself and the locations that you're going through. The manual is really nice, actually. It's a nice touch. Right, we've got 4.2 miles. I'll try and stay on time if I can. I can see Lancaster University over there, the tall building. This is Goldgate that we're just passing through now. Little village of Goldgate. Brain Simmer Joyous says, someone said the route wasn't worth $32.99 a few days ago. I think it depends. It depends, doesn't it, on if this is your type of route. I think if, you know, as a route goes, I think it's a good price for everything you get on it. Just personally, Gary, thank you very much, mate, for that. I do appreciate it. I appreciate everybody coming in, but you guys joining as members, that's just awesome. That, thank you so much for that. Right, I'm going to run the engines down. Might be a little bit early, but let's just see how we get on. Oh, that was my attempt at a flyby shot for Louis Trains. That didn't work out very well, did it? I'm nervous about Lancaster. We're coming into Lancaster. I'll try it again in a little bit. There is a lot going on when you're driving the 87, honestly. Put the controller into off. Start bringing it down for Lancaster. I think on PC, this is the first time I've run the full route. I've been playing it a little bit on the PS5 over the weekend. Let's make sure we stop. There's Lancaster Castle up on the hill that you can see. Don't think I'm going to be down for this 15 somehow. Even though I knew it was coming. Let's try to not come to a complete stop, if we can help it. We'll try and make the stops better, shall we? That's a nice shot, isn't it? The traffic on the route actually is very good. So we'll just notch down little by little. Then we'll run it all the way down. There we go. Wasn't too bad in the end, was it? Late again. Standard BR trains, says Jason. Sack the driver. That's a bit harsh. Well, we might be able to leave on time, look, so we're not due out until 11:20, so we've got a little bit of time. This 101 that's here, we'll go and have a look if I can get the cameras right. It's the Bay platform, which you'll be using this to go off to Morecambe. The Morecambe services will all go from there. Then just another point of note, that's Lancaster City's football ground there, just peeking through. Right, let's close the doors. Wait for the lights to change. There we go. Right, so we're going to notch up. And slowly but surely we'll pull out of Lancaster Station. Trains are not classed as late until they're at least 10 minutes behind schedule. Oh, I'm alright then. I'm alright. If that's legit, then you can't ever say I'm late again. I'm very rarely later than 10 minutes. Someone asked me earlier, I think I saw it, Blackpool branches over this, I think somebody asked me, and I was busy coming into Lancaster. Blackpool branches was #1 for me, as you know, since it came out. Nothing seemed to top it. It's been out about a year, hasn't it? 14th of November last year, Blackpool branches came out. And this one has now topped it. This definitely for me is the #1 route. There's Lancaster Cathedral, by the way, up on top of the hill. The River Loon going out to Morecambe out there, as we talked about before when we've played it on Train Sim Classic. Right, I'm going to run up because we can get up to 100 right now. We've got a neutral section coming up that we need to be prepared for just after the turn off for Morecambe. So we'll be mindful of that. Joshua says, hope the 31 gets used with different varieties, just like the 47 on Blackpool branches. We'll do a little bit in the 31 tonight, in tonight's live stream at 6:30. Oh, it was you, Sean, that asked me that question. I knew I'd seen it. Transport Legend, good morning, how you doing? West Coast Mainline Train Spotter, considering buying a PS5 to play this route, how well does it run? This particular route, over the weekend, I've not had any issue with it at all on the PlayStation 5. Nothing at all. It runs just like it's doing now on the PC for me. I've not had any issues. And I've spent quite a few hours on the PS5 playing it over the weekend. So you should be fine. Transport Legend says, Just Trains keeps getting better and better. Agreed, I would agree with that. Yeah. Both routes have been excellent. I don't know about you guys, but they're definitely setting the standard, I think. Right, so we've got the neutral section about to come up. You'll see the board. Unless we passed it already and I wasn't looking. I was reading the chat. The turn off to Morecambe we just passed just now. Right, so here you see I didn't get, this is the neutral section, so I did pass the board. This might be a problem for us because I didn't get the engines all the way down. So all we need to do is just wait for this black dial here to get down to 0, and once it's done that, let's just see if we can run it up. Yeah, it's reapplied the power again, so we're all right. So even if you do go over the neutral section with a little bit of power, if you do, just let this dial, this notch indicator, go down to 0, and then you should be able to reapply the power again. But probably in a real life situation, you're going to end up damaging the 87 if you did that. Run it up again. Run it up to about 80. And back to hold. Settle to Carlisle would be a good route. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we talked about that, haven't we, in the last couple of live streams we did. Bartman says the bar has definitely been raised. So I'm going to assume most of you that are playing TSW are going to pick this up tomorrow. I know there's quite a few of you who will normally wait for a sale as well. When a new one comes out, you'll wait for a sale, you know, which again is understandable. There's a lot to shell out for. But I've noticed that a few of you have said to me in the comments on the other videos that actually you're going to break your usual rule and you're going to buy this on day one and not wait for the sale. As you can see from today and later on tonight, I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think you'll get your money's worth out of this. I mean, it could be that because Just Trains have been able to focus on this and nothing else. That's why it's so good and there's a lot to do. Maybe it's, you know, that it's better that way. You know, they're not working on several things. Geek Daddy, good morning. So this is Coimfirth. Got the Intercity 47 over there. ScotRail. We got Pacers. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So we've got the infamous Oxenholme in 12 miles, so let's see how we do. Quad Power, thank you for subscribing. Hope you're well. Kieran, good morning. Going to get Blackpool on the next sale if it has a good reduction. Absolutely, you won't be disappointed with Blackpool. Yeah, I'm on PC today, on the controller. I've started off for many, many years in TSW playing it on the PlayStation. So I've kind of become, with this game, my brain tells me I need the controller. I know I don't. It's just the way my brain works. So for me, TSW is a controller game. Although I've got a keyboard sat obviously right in front of me. I could do it all on keys. And obviously TS Classic, I always play with the keys. But with this one, yeah, I prefer the controller. Just a personal choice. Quad Power says, can driver vigilance be turned off or no? Yes, yeah, if you go back to the beginning, Quad Power later on, or if you watch my 87 tutorial that's coming up, you'll see me switch that. When you get into the cab, it's off by default. You have to switch that on. Geek Daddy, thank you very much for becoming a member. Wow, I'm blown away today. Thank you very much. We've got 129 in the chat. We've got people joining as members. Thank you so much. Honestly, I do appreciate it. Thanks, Geek Daddy. What are the controller shortcuts for the notching system? It's actually pretty straightforward. So it's in hold right now. So if I use the right trigger, it goes notch up, and then use the what would be the name? So on PlayStation, I don't know on the Xbox controller. Hang on, let me have a quick look what they're called. Right, so on the PlayStation controller, right 2 notches up, L2 puts it back to hold. So right 2 or right trigger, and then the top one, whatever it's called on the Xbox controller, to do that. So that's what you do. Likewise, if you're going down, same thing. If you want to notch down, use L1 and then right 1 to put it back. Sorry, right 2, what am I talking about, to put it back. I do need to notch down actually now, because doing that I've put myself in a higher notch than I should have done, and I'm speeding, so let me notch down a few. See if we can keep the speed down as much as possible. Starting to go down now, look. You will find it a little bit of trial and error when you first start. And one of the difficulties is, if you're getting up around, you know, we need to be at 100. It's getting it to 100 but maintaining it without going over or going too much under. It's tricky. It's tricky. Yeah, thanks Geek Daddy, appreciate it. Full integrity for this stream. Which train was on the Windermere branch in 82? It could even been the 101, I guess. There is named 47s on the route. A KH, yeah, because I've played them this weekend. Right, we're going uphill now. Put it up a couple of notches. Take off some of that deceleration that we've got going on. Yeah, I'm keeping my eye on Oxenholme now. I'm not braking just yet. 4.4 miles. Lewis, this route doesn't appeal to you. Prefer modern routes and multiple units. If that's fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. I think the other thing as well is, as well as it being a good route, the way that a route appeals to you is for many reasons, isn't it? It's what you like, but I've said it before, for me, this route also, and some of you won't have this, this route's nostalgia for me, because this is set when I was a kid. You know, I was a kid. This is my local route from Preston, and it's what I remember. And just where I said at the beginning, where my mum's house is, obviously it pretty much backed onto this route, so quite often I would just go up onto the hill where the bridge is, where I did the last video where I said how far can we get up the West Coast Main Line. If you saw that video, that bridge, I used to stand on there, just watch the trains going past, and so for me, as well as it being a good route and this era, it's a lot of nostalgia for me. Now that won't resonate with everybody, but that would be another reason why I like this one over some of the other ones. There's the blackboard for the neutral section, so let's start running it down. Needs to get all the way down for when we get to neutral section. Remember, we've got a mile between the boards. Right, so the notches are fully down. Put it back in hold. Let's put a little bit of brake in. Here's the neutral section, look, so the power will go out and then back. First few times you do it, you might want to run with things like, you know, the AWS and the DSD off, depending on your level of experience. If you just want to get used to the 87, because that DSD seems to be going off every 2 seconds, and you're all fingers and thumbs and. Right, concentration. No red light, check. 800 yards to the station, check. Brakes are on, check. Nice gradual stop. Got a 101 over there in the platform going down to Windermere. DJ says, make us proud. I tell you what, Oxenholme station hasn't changed at all, I don't think. Right, perhaps a little bit too much brake there, let's see. Go on. Stop it on the money. Next time you say I can't stop at Oxenholme, you remember this stream, right? All you guys in there that are taking the mick. That's Oxenholme. That's a good stop at Oxenholme. Jason, spam the chat quick, trying to put me off, look. It didn't work. I was kind of looking, but... Right, we'll get the brakes off. A couple of notches in, just so we can get traction. Penrith's next, 25 miles. Yep, thanks for all those thumbs up. I'm not going to lie, I was a bit nervous about that, with the way you guys wind me up. So you got the neutral section on the way in as well. You've got the DSD going off, there it goes, right on cue, left, right and centre. You've got to make sure your train's run down, there's all sorts going on. Yeah, the Pendolino, I've not tried yet. I've not tried it, but I'm going to. I won't do it in this stream, obviously, but yeah, I'm going to try it. The main thing is everybody having fun? That's what it's about. Bendy Lino, says Thunderer. Right, I'm going to run it up now that we are up to a little bit of speed. Just make sure we keep the amps in the yellow, basically, then we don't blow the thing up. Yeah, thanks everyone for coming. 131 watching, thank you very much. If you all don't mind, just hit that like button for me. That's all I ask, and I'll be very, very grateful. Thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate you spending some time. If you just come in, we're going up to Carlisle, and then we're going to come back again, but we're going to run the second service. We're going to do a steel train, and we're going to run it in the snow as well, so you can see what it looks like in winter on the route. Because I don't know if that has been shown yet. I can't remember now. Put a bit more in. Keep it in the yellow. Mike says, watch you overrun the platform on Penrith. It's possible. It's possible. Morning, Joe. How you doing? When am I doing the Morecambe branch? I will probably do it tonight, Sophie, on the 6:30. We'll look at all the other, you know, non-87 stuff tonight, I think. Heavy freight train up Shap in the snow. You're brave. I don't mind. I don't mind. I'll try it. It'll work or it won't. If it doesn't, we'll roll back down the hill and we'll have a rethink. Oh yes, Thunderer, you're right. Yeah, it did show it, didn't it? It did. Yep. Cheers, KH. See you later. Right, 22 miles to Penrith. Carthage, thank you for subbing. Hope you're well. '86 up Shap, only one motor in the snow. No, that's pushing it a little bit too far. We want a fully working 87 for going up there in the snow, I think. Joe says you've got your BML and ECW equivalent now. Yeah, this is better. This is better, Joe. I gotta tell you. I was a bit upset when Brighton was in the game twice, and I thought, why is Brighton in twice? What's so special about Brighton? Now we got Preston twice, so I'm quite happy. You want Just Trains to make a southern route. Maybe this is as far north as they're going. Maybe they'll start working their way backwards after this. It might take a long time from though to get all the way down to you, Joe, I think. You might be lucky. Notch down a couple of notches just to make sure we don't go over the 85. Fact, we've got an 80 coming up. So just go down a couple of notches, see if we can get ready for that. Just Trains to do the Riviera line with the Class 50. Who mentioned the Class 50? If Animal's still here now and you're mentioning the Class 50 again, you should know better, David, than mention the Class 50. I agree with you, though. The Riviera line would be a very nice route, wouldn't it? Especially, you know, with somebody who's going to give it the right amount of detail. Oops, sorry, went a bit too far there. Didn't mean to turn the controller off. Coming into the Loon Gorge, it's a very nice area. There's the M6 on the left. That's my choice, Thunderer. Yeah, you think they'll add the Windermere route? Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, the Windermere route obviously is not included with this, but that would be a nice little DLC, that. It definitely would. Let's put it in run up because we got a 90 and 100. Then we got a neutral section coming up quite soon. Cumbrian Coast though, yeah, Cumbrian Coast, absolutely. And a few of the Just Trains guys know the Cumbrian Coast because On Track Simulations made it for TS Classic, didn't they? And I know certainly Tom is On Track Simulations, isn't he? And he's also Just Trains, so that will be quite nice. I was waiting for that, Joe. Learning it hoodless, yeah. Send me your sheet with the speed changes on. Oh, Mark as well. Thanks for that, James. He did the track. Excellent. Right, so that's a very distinct possibility then, isn't it? Cumbrian Coast. $19 miles to Penrith. This is the T-Bay area where we are right now. Should do route learning videos to show us all where the neutral sections are. Actually, that's an idea, Cam. Yeah, it's possible. You will learn where they are quite quickly, though. It won't take you many runs to pick it up, to be honest. And the trick is to just keep your eye on the track for where the boards are. So there's the white board. See, I've missed this one because I wasn't paying attention. So I don't know how good my neutral section video would actually be. I'd have to do it when I'm not reading the chat. Let's just wait for the notches to come all the way down, and it should allow me to put the power back in. So let's try it. Yep, there we go. Can you imagine if we get... we've only had an expert DLC for the 101 in Germany, haven't we, so far? Can you imagine we could get an expert one for this, couldn't we, for the 87? Which, if you miss the neutral section, it will, it will blow things up. And there'll be all sorts of faults, and that'd be good. That'd be a good level of immersion. Right, starting a big climb. It is a bit messy, Joe. Yeah, there's a lot of little small speed changes. You're not at one speed for any great length of time. This, I've said this before as well, this is the nicest section of the route, this one, in my opinion. Between Oxenholme and Penrith. Very scenic. Excuse me. Yeah, go on, Sophie. Yeah, 100k subscribers. All I want, the only reason I'm doing this is for that silver plaque. That's all I want. So everybody tell your friends, come and click the button. Good morning, Farah. How you doing? Mine Till Born is $4.99 on PlayStation Network. Wow, that is a bargain. $4.99 down from what, 30 quid? Right, I'll take some of this power out. This is Shap Summit. In fact, let's run it down a little bit, that we don't run away on the other side of the hill. Pull that back to hold. And 11 miles into Penrith. Sophie says, even though West Cornwall local's rubbish, I wouldn't go that far. I don't mind it. I don't mind Cornwall, but I take your point. Is it worth really downloading to get the extra layer? Yeah. Well, you can always put it on and then take it off if you find that you're not playing the services. It's the 37, isn't it? I think that is it the 37 that comes from Cornwall. We'll take a look at that tonight. As I said, we'll have a look at what layers in, and we'll have a look at what you need. Dragon, good morning. What do I think so far? I think for me, I can only speak for me. I think it's an excellent route. I think there's loads to do. If you've already got a lot of the layers, you're getting a lot of extra value out of the stuff you've already bought as well in the past, which is always nice. It's what you didn't expect. The route itself is nicely detailed. You know, knowing it from living in the Preston area and travelling up here a lot, I think they've done an excellent job, to be honest. I think it's a very good representation of how it was back then. The stations are really nice. Carlisle station actually is great the way they've done it. What we'll do is we'll hop out at Carlisle and just have a quick walk round, and then you can see it. But yeah, I think lots of you are going to enjoy this one. Jason, thanks for doing the modding, because I'm missing a lot of the questions, unfortunately. So thanks for doing that. What Power says, got to say, this looks stunning. I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. Morning, Morgan, how you doing? Yeah, early access, so 24 hours before the public release, so a couple of hours this morning. We'll go up to Carlisle and back, and then tonight, again, 6:30, I'll be running another one where we'll have a look at everything else that's included. And hopefully between the two we'll cover most of it, but I'll be honest with you, we might not, because there's that much. And it uses AP sounds. Good point, very good point. Right, we have got a neutral section coming up. Just before Penrith, if I recall. Or is it just after? One's before, either Oxenholme or Penrith. One's just before. Oxenholme was just before, wasn't it? So I think Penrith is just after in this direction. So I'll try and keep an eye out for the board while I'm looking at the chat. Aaron says, what route and or train would you like to see in the next TSW DLC, I think you mean. Oh, there's so many, I think, isn't there? There's so many. It's a difficult one. Well, we talked about the Cumbrian coast just earlier. I would like to see that as a route, but then I'm obviously northern biased, a bit like Joe. Joe is southern biased, I'm northern biased, but between us we might kind of meet in the middle. He can start at one end and I'll start at the other. Hey Jamie, how are you doing? Welcome in. How are we enjoying it so far? It's epic, I would say. Loving it. I think Just Trains have knocked it out of the park with this one. Right, 3.7 into Penrith. We're not doing too bad on the times, I suppose. We'll be a little bit late, but who cares? Once I get semi-proficient with the 87, then I can try and improve the timings, I think. Going to keep the speed to around 80. Epic, not heard that in a while. Well, that's instead of awesome, it's awesome too, but I use that word a lot, so I thought epic's quite good. I'm a bit old to use the word sick for anything else other than being ill, so sick is not a word I can use. But you know what I mean. It's good. It's pretty good. Lime Street to Crewe modern. Well, it'd be a nice one. Yeah, it would. Wrong way, says Cumbrian course, definitely. But you're also biased. Oh wow, we heard some geese or something down my left ear then. I wonder what the heck that was. There's a lot of ambient noise of sheep and cows while you're going along, but geese, that's the first time I've heard that. Couple of minutes late is nothing really. You're right, getting there safely is the main objective. If you start using sick, I'll cancel my membership. That's a good enough reason there for me to not start saying it. Love it. I am aware of the use of the word for things other than being ill, but yeah, I'm a bit too old for that. Bit too long in the tooth. Right, we've got a mile into Penrith. We've already got the power off, so I'm just going to coast in. Anyone's saying sick now? Oh dear me. I can't get used to the acronyms for the routes, Jason. Never mind anything else. I understand what BPL is. There's the neutral section board, by the way, the warning board, so it's coming up in a mile, which is, as I thought, just outside the station. The far side of the station, that is. Rad, awesome, wicked. Let's keep it to 1986. This is when the route is set. We had, you know, we had proper words back then. Things meant what they sounded like. Penrith Station, everybody. Someone said I would blow the Penrith Station. You're probably right. Just. The main thing is, all the coaches are in. So, also let's give a shout out to Penrith Castle. Really nice. You know, red telephone boxes. Not many of them about anymore, is there? There's a collectible right there. That's a collectible, that. Right, lock the doors. Now, the trick with this one, because we've got the neutral section is... let me just put this in hold. Neutral section's right outside the station, pretty much. So, you've to get some power in to get yourself over the neutral section. So... Let's start to notch up a little bit. There we go. Keep notching it back to hold. So you don't want to get stuck in the neutral section. Not quite a Nebworth, that's true. We just slightly overran the signal. Wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. Stop saying my driving's better than Matt P. He'll challenge me to some sort of 87 stopping challenge or something, and he's way better than me. He's got way more experience. He'll absolutely wipe the floor with me. The Oxenholme stopping challenge, there's a thing. Right, here's the neutral section coming up, so let's run it down. You can always tell where it is. The board, the whiteboard. There's usually a little like power station kind of thing here, but you can see the little yellow sort of markers there by the side of the track. There's the power gone. And back again. So now we can start to run it up. And we can get on our way to Carlisle then. Take it to the top of the yellow. There's the top of the yellow. Right, we've got 16 miles to go. We'll have a quick walk around Carlisle when we get there, then we'll jump in the steel train in the snow to come back, and we'll take a look at the route in winter. I think this is the type of route that's going to be suited to the winter look. You didn't know Penrith had a third platform till you started on the railway. You don't normally think about that, do you? So what's everybody thinking? Are you more impressed with it now than you expected? I always watch the preview streams and I quite enjoy watching them, and especially this one. I watched I watched the DTG stream and I watched the Just Strange stream, and I sort of got my feet up and sort of, you know, soaked it up sort of thing and watched it. And I was really impressed. But honestly, it's more impressive playing it. I really enjoyed watching the streams and I thought it's just great. But once you get your hands on it, it's even better. I'm going to run the power down because we're going downhill, by the way. But you've not got long to wait. I think if you're on console, you'll already have this by this time tomorrow. 10 o'clock is the usual time for console releases. Like a mail train just coming out of the loop. I did, Jamie. I watched your stream 4 times in the end. 4 times I watched it. Because each time I watched it, I just noted a little bit more. And then Tom did one on the Just Trains channel, and I watched that as well. But it should run it up just a little bit. Good morning, George. You've not bought a route on day 1 for a while, but this is defo getting purchased tomorrow. Brilliant. That's what I was saying. A lot of you have said that to me, that a lot of you wait for the sales, but a couple of you are breaking tradition with this one to pick it up day 1. Honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with this one. You'll definitely get your money's worth out of this. Just my personal opinion. How are we doing? 9.9 miles. We've just got one more neutral section to contend with, which is just before Carlisle Station, next to Upperby Yard. DJ, your local station used to have 7 platforms, but now just 2. And 2 abandoned lines. What's your station, TJ? You may have told us this before. The bouncy 101 is enough to tempt you, Jason. Yeah, I haven't run any of those yet, but tonight we will. If you have all the layers, it's worth its weight in gold. Yeah, and that's the thing. You're getting, every time one of these routes come out, you're getting more value out of stuff you've probably bought a couple of years ago. You know, all the Northern Transpennine stuff that you've got, for example. If you bought Northern Transpennine when it came out, which is a long time ago now, suddenly you've got all these additional services that you can run somewhere else. And I don't think we all really knew that at the beginning. We didn't know that, you know, if we bought one route, you know, down the line, we would be able to use the locals again. We kind of all thought at the beginning that they were, you know, specific to the route we bought them on. So it's quite nice that you can do that. Oh, you're off, Stace. Okay. Well, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it, as you know, and thanks for renewing that membership as well. That's brilliant, that. James, you can't wait for the local DLC. Yeah, hoping we hear something about that quite soon. Once this releases tomorrow, and once again, I'm not looking at the speeds. Yeah, once it releases, I hope pretty soon we know what the DLC is going to be and it gets announced. Down to 85 for now, but we do have a 90 coming up. There it is. A modern Transpennine route would be mega with a 185 and an 802. Yeah, I could go for that. I could go for that. The layering certainly adds to the game, says Nick. It does. It does. And it's, you know, it's also layering. So that's what I mean. Like Northern Transpennine was so many years ago, and then a couple of years later, there we go. Suddenly, you can suddenly get more value out of that Class 45 that you got, and the Class 40 as part of Northern Transpennine, and the heavy freight pack. It's great. Going between getting the Blackpool DLC next or a route with a 170 in it. I know what I would choose, but that's me, and I'm heavily biased. Heavily biased. Right, we're 2 miles outside of Carlisle. Power's already off. So we're ready for the neutral section. There's the board warning us it's a mile. The 08 doing its thing. So we need to get down to 20 coming into the station, so let's do that. Stuttered a little bit there, but this is the first time I've been into Carlisle. There's the neutral section. Power off, back on again. The 40 there, whistling away. Oh, we got Lady Diana Spencer hiding behind there. See that? The 47, the ScotRail 47. That, of course, is one of the Creators Club liveries that I've got downloaded. Bit of overbraking there. Let's just roll into Carlisle, shall we? The braking, you will have to get used to the braking. As with all new locos of type in the game, it can be a bit strange to get used to at the beginning, but it's doable. Maverick, how you doing? Maverick says, am I impressed? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You didn't have to ask that question. No overshooting this time, says Graham. No, we got a red right at the end of the platform. We don't want to do that. We're going to just hop out at the end of this service and just have a look around Carlisle before we head back with the freight train the other way. Carlisle with its distinctive arched footbridge there. Got the West Coast 47 over there, which is also from Creators Club. That's why that's appearing. Should be at Coinforth really, that one, but probably didn't exist in 1986. I would assume, unless anybody tells me different. Probably a new company. That'll do us. Diamond Jubilee. The Diamond Jubilee probably hasn't happened by this point either. I'm going to do the steel train animal on the way back. Oh, has it got a punctuation error? I don't know, to be honest, Nick. I've not noticed. Right, so there you go. That was one run all the way up from Preston. So what did it take us? An hour and 24. It said it'd be an hour and 24. We didn't do too badly. 90 miles. So it was a good run. Let's quickly go to free roam. And we can hop out and before our guy takes the train out of the station. West Coast was founded in 1998. Yeah, I thought so. I thought it was a bit after this period. Ah, there we go. There's another. I've not seen one of those yet, so there's another collectible. We'll just have a wander to the other side. See what there is at Carlisle. Go up the steps and across. We'll have a quick look outside the front of the station, which is also quite distinctive. So I've already been in here, and this is a collectible as well. There's a few posters for these different rail tours, and this was another one, the route map. So you can see Heysham branch, Windermere branch, they're greyed out. I think probably just to sort of signify they're not included. Blackpool's also greyed out, but we know we can get to Blackpool. So let's have a look outside. There's a ticket office. So you've been to Carlisle, you'll recognise this view. I think they've done a great job on this. I don't know what these guys are doing. They didn't get the memo about sticking to the path. Well, that's fine. That doesn't stop us driving a train. So what's through here, actually? Let's nip through here. Takes us back in. We got another 87 just landed. Here's the 47. So we'll just pretend that's not there for now in that livery. It's 12:23 now, so that is the Penzance train, I think. That's just come in, 12:27. Bad Dog Moody, thank you for subbing. But it looks good, doesn't it? What a nice, bright and airy station as well. This is. Just trying to see what other collectibles there are. I've noticed as well along the route things like the restaurants and cafes, the travellers' fairs. They're all sort of open, and the toilets are all open. You can go in the toilets. Everybody that's wanted toilets in Train Sim World, you can actually walk into the toilets. So there you go. Most of the stations as well. Mint cake, chocolate, crisps. Nice, very nice. Right, let's have a look around here before we go. What's on the menu then? Steaklet, pork pie, 45p for a pork pie, look. Tea, 25p. I tell you, there's too much milk in that tea though, look at that. Right, let's quit out of this and we'll go to the next service, shall we? Sam says, "Oh, you're from Penrith." Sound like a pirate. I'm not from Penrith, and I'm definitely not a pirate. That's the best one yet. How are you doing, Sam? Right, so we are going to do the BI Blue on the way back for this steel train, and this is 6M23, which is at 1319. So let's find that. There it is, Moss End to D-March. Drive this steel train from Carlisle to Preston. And I'm going to change the date to be... We'll do it Christmas Eve. We're going to have light snow. And we'll run it back down to Preston. I'll have a tea with my milk, please. It was a bit like that, wasn't it? Yeah, signal boxes, Sophie. Yeah, you can explore the signal boxes. There's a lot of them as well. There is a lot. And definitely when you get your hands on it, definitely do go and explore. It's worth exploring. Right, let's do the setup again. It says wait for 1 minute. So we've got to go down and put the DSD on again. We'll just walk around to the back. Put that on. Back up to the front. Do the important step. Right, then we'll work from right to left. So we'll get the marker lights on and we'll have a look outside then at what we've got on board. We want the headlight, a bit fiddly on the controller, bear with me. Obviously I'm using them. If I was using the mouse I could just go click 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 and we'd be done. We want the oh, the warm air switch. Did you see that? I think we'll have a bit of that. Then we need to do the master key. Put it in forwards. And we should be ready to go. So we're in Lord President this time. 87028. In BI Blue. So we've got the steel coils on the back. This is what we are hauling today. Like a cold morning. So we're not stopping obviously this time. We're straight through for this one. Water should always be before milk for tea. That's absolutely correct. Right, we got the signal. Let's get the brakes off. And we'll see if we can get up and over Shap with this heavier train. So, a couple of notches just to get us going. 20 miles per hour. We've got the neutral section, remember, just as we get about a mile out, I think, from Carlisle. 79 miles down to Preston. We're coming at platform 6, so we are, as a freight train, keeping us right out of the way at Preston on the far side. Are there any daytime double header services with the 87? I don't actually know the answer to that one, Maverick. The other thing I should do is locate the wipers. Right, there's the wipers. Does that do all of them? Are they going to work? Right, that's slow, isn't it? Right, so there's going to be one for this side. Where is it? Who knows where the wipers are? Is that it? Oh, it's right in front of me. Look at that. Now, in computer terms, they call that WYSIWYG, don't they? What you see is what you get. You've just to see it first. Next to the road, James, thank you. Yep. Got you. I'll remember that now. I probably don't need that one going that fast. Park, stop, run. That'll do us. Right, let's put a bit more speed in. Put it up a few notches. Oh wow, it's slipping. Look at that. See that wheel spin? So Shap might be interesting, but we'll give it our best go. Right, we're up over the rise of this. I forgot, the train's heavy, so just have to make sure we don't overdo it on the acceleration. The neutral section is right there on the bend. So let's get a couple of miles per hour before we run it down. Right, power's back on. Yeah, this could be interesting with the way it was slipping and sliding around. Paul, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Just finished your stream. How did it go? Hopefully everybody was happy. Now, should I run it up in this weather? Let's do it bit by bit, shall we? Went really well, excellent. Oh, there we go. The wheels are spinning once again. Just keep notching it for now until we get some grip. Yeah, definitely notch up and not run. Well, I had to try it just to see what it was going to do. Just see how far we can push it. We are uphill as well, which doesn't help us, but we are going to have to get a run up when we get to Shap. It manages to slip pretty well by itself, brakes a little, then runs down, then you can go back around the circle. Right, got you. Right, we're starting to move. I know it's cold, but you want the window open. Right, let's do that. We got the heater on, so, you know, we'll give it a try. Do the points you earn in free roam actually added to your overall points? Yeah, you mean the action points at the top. Yeah, it all counts. It all adds up. Yep, there's a little bit of slip again. Maverick says, judging by what you've seen so far, what would you give it out of 10? Oh, gosh, now you're asking me. It's very high up there. Very high up there. It's at least a 9. I would say it's at least a 9. Seems like you just got to be really patient. There it goes again, slipping. So we're right on the edge of it, gripping or not. But we're very steadily increasing. Sophie says 10. Matt Trainspotter says 10 out of 10. Oh wow, that weather changed, didn't it? This route honest to God, this route is suited to this weather. Just is. Is there an anti-slip button or sanding? There must be a sander, but where is it? Train heat. We've got train heat, panto. These are the pantos. Anti-slip. That's anti-slip brakes. As far as sanding goes, I don't know if there's a sanding button, unless I haven't seen it. Nine for you, Paul. Not much wrong. Took a point off because of rail driver. I saw you mention in the Discord about the rail driver. Yeah, yeah. It's all round though. It's a, without putting a number to it even. It's a solid route for me. Going to keep notching it up ever so slightly, couple at a time. Oh, it's self sands, right? That's useful. Hence, I assume why it keeps slipping and then recovering itself, and that's part of the reason why, as it's doing now. That looks nice, doesn't it? Don't know if we'll get anywhere near that 60, but we'll keep trying it. Yeah, there's a couple of things. Yeah, so I was chatting with Tom from Just Trains yesterday. I did notice on a Morecambe run, at Burlane, that the gates, the crossing barriers raised as I was going across the crossing itself, which obviously was a bit strange, but that's being fixed already. There's just a timing issue. So that's like something and nothing. It's nothing major. I've noticed there's a couple of very minor scenery glitches here and there. Again, Just Trains have said they know about that, and that's been fixed. So there's playability wise, I've not seen anything playability that's causing an issue. So it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. Dippers123, how are you doing? Yeah, the orking of the pantograph, yeah. Let's check that out. There it goes. And again. We are accelerating very slightly. I'll just keep notching up individually. Looks awesome in a bit of fog at night. Yeah, see, that's the other thing, you see. So that's why I wanted to do a summer run first, so you can all have a good look at the route. But then in the snow, obviously you're not going to see much of the wider route, but it's worth running it in different weathers. Mainly to see what happens with the physics. As you can see, the 87's a bit trickier in the snow than some of the other locos we're used to. Yeah, it's a heavy trade, definitely. Yeah, the button's there, James, that's the button there. On the desk. Right, well, we're at 0.1 gradient. Let's see what we can do. We're due in at 14:59, so we got an hour and 20 minutes. We've been pretty much uphill all the way out of Carlisle so far. Thank you again, everybody, for coming in, though. Nice to see everybody this morning. How long have we been streaming? 2 hours. Don't forget, we'll be back again 6:30 UK time. We'll have a look at all the non-Class 87 stuff that's in the route. We'll do a run to Morecambe. We'll have a look at Penrith, etc. See what the 31 does. We've got Kingmore Depot to look at, so we'll kind of do tonight's around the other part of the route, I think. If you want to come back and join us for that one, you're more than welcome. Thanks for that, Thunderer. Yeah, everybody, if you don't mind, give me a like or the thumbs up button or the little heart. Would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's looking very snowy, very bleak out there. We just managed to get a decent grip. Let's go down a notch. Or two. Thanks everyone. I can see you all hitting the like button. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And reacting. Perfect. Thank you. Koala, good morning. How you doing? Oh, we're afternoon now. Good afternoon, I should say. It seems weird saying good morning because usually we're doing this at night, aren't we? First impressions of the route. Very, very good route. Very good. And this, actually doing this in the snow, as you said, Thunderer, it's quite interesting doing this because it did, as you saw, it did take us a while to get grip and get up to speed, and for me, it kind of shows me that I'm actually learning how to drive the 87 quite quickly as well, which I'm quite pleased about, because getting used to the way that the throttle works. There's those geese again. Must be just in that section of the route. Getting used to how the throttle works is a bit of a challenge. It seems okay in the summer months, but this is meant to be light snow. So if we'd have put it in thunderstorm, then snowstorm, I should say. I don't know what we would have got. It would have been tricky, let's say. Oh, we're on 107. Thank you, Jason. Thanks everybody for clicking that button. And anybody watching on demand, thank you for clicking the button afterwards. I know there's a lot of you that watch it on demand as well, so thank you. There's a weird shadow under the 87, says Hubert. Yeah, not sure what that is. Must be to do with something to do with the snow effect. I'm sure that will get looked at. Koala said definitely picking this up tomorrow. Any idea what time it's coming out? Has anybody answered that already? There's Sophie. Yeah, 10 AM for console, 5 PM for Steam and Epic. In a snowstorm, asking for a banker. Yeah, are there any banking services on this? I'm not sure. You know. Just gonna run the power down whilst we're on the flat. Absolutely right, Paul. Yeah, Paul says the 87's not to be scared of. Just give it a go and it'll come. Yeah, just try it. Just keep practicing with it. Like I said, this doing it in this weather is more of a challenge. But get used to how it works in the decent weather first, and then challenge yourself a bit more with this kind of thing. Florian, good afternoon. This looks amazing, says Florian. Can't wait for tomorrow. Immersion seems similar to Blackpool. It's very much like Blackpool. Longer. You know, on this channel I like a good run, and we get a good run on this. So there's a lot to like. Well, let's see if we can put some more power back in. If I run it, we'll slip. This is going to be the trick, you see. If you get stopped, then it's going to be a challenge to move again, I think. Just bit by bit, I'll just keep notching it up. Right, so we're just starting to accelerate now, so that's good. Train Master, thank you for the sub. Hope you're well. Oh, there are some double headers. Yeah, somebody was asking that. I'm sorry, I forgot who it was. Somebody was asking about double headers, so that's good that there is double headers. Thanks for coming in, Paul. Appreciate it. You just work out your acceleration and then you go down a hill again. Now this snow, potentially with the dynamic weather on as it is, could get a little bit lighter further down the route. So we'll see what happens. Right, neutral section coming up. So this is the Penrith neutral section. That means I'm not going to worry too much about being slightly over speed, etc. I think it's enough just to keep the thing going for this run. Controllers off. You can see that in the dynamic weather, you can see the sky changing colour, can't you? There's the neutral section. So then we've got Penrith station right after. That's Penrith. Stand back, everybody. We'll be going through Oxenholme next in, I think, about 22 miles, if I remember correctly, if I'm starting to learn this. The weather's cleared up a bit, look. So it was a bit grim in that high section. Let's run it up a little bit whilst trying to maintain some grip if we can. That's the good thing about the that is the good thing about the dynamic weather. So it looked as if it was really, you know, thick snow in that one place, and it's cleared up a little bit now. You can see a little bit more of the route again, which is nice. Once have been very interesting from a route perspective if it was completely snowed up. Good if you're driving though. Place your bets, it'll be sunny in Preston. It might be. The weather right now in Preston, I can tell you, is a bit grim today. Very grim. We've already had a hailstorm just earlier on. So it's not quite like it is here now in this route, but right, we need to try to get a little bit more power now for this run up to Shap, if we can. 52 is good if we can maintain it. This is the start of the real challenge section. You got some sun in Fleetwood. Oh, send it this way. Yeah, it's pretty grim. I can see a little bit. I can see a little bit of blue sky poking through the cloud, but it's pretty grim. Southampton's a full sunny day right now. I'll let you guys will get your hands on this tomorrow and probably won't see what the weather is. Yeah, if you're on console, you start playing this at 10 and you've got time, you won't even know. You won't even look out of the window. Do make sure though, I mean we will be streaming it again. After tonight, we will be streaming it again later in the week. So make sure you come back, let me know if you've got your hands on it, what you think about it once you've had a chance to play it yourself. I'm always interested to know, or drop a comment on this or any of the other videos, let me know how you're getting on with it. It'd be nice to know if, you know, what I've said about this actually, you know, in your own opinion when you play it, is the same as what you think. That's good feedback. There's the arcing of the pantograph, look. That's quite a good view of it. Yeah, the freight does get looped. I'm not sure if it'll do it in the 87. We saw one before get looped, didn't we? On the way up, there was a parcel train got looped that we passed. I said right at the beginning, I did run a service in the 47 from Carlisle down to Preston, and it was 3 hours long, and it looped me several times with quite a bit of a wait in the loops as well. I think I spent 20 minutes alone in the loop at Shap Summit, which sounds like it could be a bit boring, but it honestly wasn't, because the traffic was coming past backwards and forwards. It was a nice day. I probably would have got told off, but I jumped out of the train and had a wander around at Shap because I knew how long I was having to wait. So you can use it to do a little bit of exploration of the route as well. So, but they do definitely get looped. There's a lot of that. You can tell if you have a look in the timetable. You can tell with the length of service. Grand Autismo, how are you doing? Right, we've got 59 miles to Preston. And we're due in just over an hour, so probably about right, I would think. Making our way up to the summit. Speed-wise, it's kind of holding quite steady at the moment. Probably should have showed you the route map. Carlisle's at this end, and Kingmoor Depot, and we're heading down through here. This is This is the Windermere branch going off up there, which is not playable in the game, it's just AI. So this is Oxenholme. And then we've got Lancaster, sorry, not Lancaster, we've got Morecambe coming off down this way. And we're going down to Preston, which is right down the bottom. $122 thumbs. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. Seeing him, he looks all white. Very good, animal. Very good. Afternoon, Philip. I think that 0.8% is... I think that's the steepest rate of climb we've got on this side. Hey, steady, Jason. I saw what you put there. Try and notch it up slightly. Oh, there's slipping again. So what are you going to plan to do in the route then? Because there's obviously a lot of freight, not just with the 87. You got to run more passengers, you think, or freight, or mix it up a bit? Because I know some people like to purely play freight. I don't mind mixing it up. Depends what mood I'm in, I think. But there is a lot of variety, so you know, whichever way you do it, you should find something that you like, you quite enjoy. Like this is, I was going to say this is quite relaxing. Not to start with, because you've got to get yourself moving. But once you're going, it seems alright. The runs in summer are pretty straightforward. Yeah, the parcel runs in the 31 do sound good. 4 hours, you'll be looped a lot in that 4 hours. You'll be looped 3 or 4 times, I think, as part of that. But then that's quite realistic, isn't it? You know, you don't mind so much when it's realistic. You're going to do the container trains, Animal, when you get to play it on Saturday. Very good. You find the freight boring. Yeah, see, that's the thing. There's a little bit for everybody to do. So the good thing about, see, I don't like routes as much where there's the commuter routes where we're stopping constantly, and you just get going, you got to stop again. This one's got the beauty where you can still have a long run, and there's a few stops, and you can do a bit of everything there. And I always say with these routes, if it feels like you're actually doing a job, for me, that's the best type of DLC. And even this now, even doing this freight run, it feels like it feels like there's a purpose to it, if that makes sense. So it feels like I'm immersed in it. It's like I'm doing a real job. Same with the passenger runs. When you first, in that last run, when you first start it up in Preston, you think how far away Carlisle is. You feel like you're doing a proper job. You know how far you've got to travel. And I quite like that idea. Feet up on the desk, newspaper reading. Make sure there's no pink containers. Actually, yeah, is there any pink ones? I don't think there is. There shouldn't be, should there? Bakerloo. I didn't mind Bakerloo when I first started playing it. But I think it got, I don't know, it got a little monotonous, I think, for me. It's very good, but it's just, it's not something I can play solid. But one of the quarries over there is at Hordendale Quarry, I think. That's where the Dusty 08 is. So we've got Shap Summit coming up right now. James G Raptor, how you doing? Do they have cruise control? You always overspeed, says Philip. Not on this one. This is a bit too old-fashioned, this one. Yeah, when were those one boxes first a thing? Must be much later than this. That's going to put him off his driving, Thunderer. Grandad says we'll probably do a solid mix, trundling around Carlisle in the 08, Morecambe branch, Express 87. Some stuff in the quarry, decent bit for it. There's a lot in just what you've said there. That just shows just how much there is. Right, let's run it down because we've got Shap Summit where we are right now, and we're going to end up going down the hill. I was going to show you this, but can I speed up? There's the summit, 916 feet above sea level. And now we start the drop down the other side. The only thing you like about Bakerloo is seeing how fast you can enter the station and still stop. Yeah, braking again is a good challenge there, isn't it? Right, I'm just going to put in the lowest application of brake. It's not slowing us down, and we don't want to run away down the hill. Likewise, we don't want to slip down the hill. 2017. That's when the one containers were first a thing. Sky's changed again. Don't know if you noticed. The snow's drifted back in again. Good luck slowing down, he says. It is sticking around where it should be. We're still slowing down. Let's see how we get on. 50 miles to go. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on under there. I do like this effect of the snow whipping up the side. And now we cook the brakes. Jack W, how you doing? 10 o'clock tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the morning. Train Sim TV, how you doing? Tom, hope you're well. I assume it's you, Tom. The low-core shadowing bouncing is to do with the snow level. Right, yeah, it wasn't doing it before. Could see it was in the snow. But it's a core game thing, not the route. Got you. Yeah, that snow's blown back in again. Looks cold out there. I'm going to have to keep my eye open for the next neutral section. T-Bay. Everybody say hello to Tom in the chat, TrainSim TV. Tom's one of the devs. In case you didn't know, you probably saw him on the DTG stream the other week, if you watched that. And go and give his channel a follow as well, if you don't already. Still going, Stacey, yeah, we're still here. Once we've done this 47 miles into Preston, then we're done till tonight. But yeah, still here. Good afternoon, Will. How you doing? Been watching for a few weeks. First time live. Hopes well. All good. All good. We're getting hyped up. No Oxenholmes yet. Oh, this is the neutral section, isn't it? Oh, it's alright, we're off. The power's off. The power's off. We're fine. I'm not watching again, you see. I forgot we're already going downhill. Yeah, this weather, I actually quite like this weather. And I like the fact that... oh no, that was the neutral section. What am I talking about? I'm seeing things. It's the snow. It's confusing me. I like the way that the dynamic weather is changing the snow level. Definitely. That's really nice to see. You're not just stuck with one level of weather. All the coils now pushing hard downhill. Yeah, we've actually reached a flat section here. Preston home. I think Preston's pretty flat, so we should be all right. Afternoon, Lee. How you doing? Yeah, it's a bit grim again. Don't mess up the news sections you're supposed to be teaching me. Yeah, watch the first part again, Animal, where I can actually see where the neutral sections are. I'm thinking as I'm coming down here, I'm in a different place to where I actually am. Flipping again. Oh, you got a week off work. Perfect. Are you getting this tomorrow? Perfect for a week off work. Panto Sparks, yeah. Afternoon, Dave CBM. How you doing? Performance looks good. Yeah, it's all okay. All okay. And I said earlier, I've been playing this weekend also on the PS5, and it's fine on the PS5 as well. No problems at all. It's grim up north, it certainly is. Thunderer says the 2, no 3 most selling points to the 87, having to switch on the change end switch and the neutral sections, all very top. It's nice to have those working neutral sections, isn't it? I would agree with that. Right, back downhill we go, very slightly. So, just run that down. Day 1 purchase Fuelie, excellent, excellent. This is grey rig, says Thunderer. You're going to watch it later, miss some of it, keep dipping in and out of the stream. The as well, Animal, you probably heard me say it at the beginning, straight after this stream finishes, I've got the 87 tutorial that I did. So I'm going to make that live on the channel right after this, just a 10-minute video just showing you how to get the thing going. How to notch up, notch down. You'll be pleased to know it's not in the snow though. It's back in the summer, so it's a little bit easier to follow. So if you watch that, then that will probably help. Hopefully. Yeah, grey rig's behind us. We've passed it. Yeah. Afternoon, Chris. Yeah, we're still here. What's happened to the weather? This is the freight run, the steel train. with the heavy steel coils. So for an extra bit of challenge, rather than show it you in summer, as we did with the first run, I thought we'd put some weather in and just see how we get on. But it keeps going between this heavier stuff and the lighter snow as well. So nice mix. Right, let's try and keep the speed up. Looks black and white. It'll change because the dynamic weather's on. And now we're back downhill again. It's very up and down. It is a good route for the 87. It will provide you with a bit of challenge, this one. I guess that's why there's an achievement for doing 87 miles within the speed limit, because of the way it's up and down. You have to really keep your eye on it. Just the neutral sections, right? Got you. If you blast past one and you've got the power still applied, just put it in here, put it into rundown until this dial goes down to 0. Then once it does, you should be able to power back up again. But you have to let that fully go down to 0. But yeah, Chris, they've been alright. The neutral sections have been fine. Yeah. In this weather, unless you know where they are, it's difficult to see the warning boards. Right, 41 miles to Preston. I think we're still pretty high up where we are now, so I'm kind of hoping the snow disappears a little bit once we get on the flat. Certainly once we get to Cornforth, we're at sea level, so it might not be as grim. You only have to raise the pantograph if you're completely... I'm trying to think of the conditions. If you're below the... see, TS Classic, I kept doing that. The pantograph kept dropping. But I don't know what exactly it was that triggered that. I found in TSW you don't have to do that, but if you do, you just raise it here. You just press that and it'll raise it. Right, 40 miles. Just over half an hour to go. Oops, wrong button. So we're nearly Oxenholme, so Oxenholme is right here, where the Windermere branch is starting. So we're not far off. Then we've got the next neutral section, the other side of Oxenholme, coming this way. But we got the power off at the moment because we're going downhill. Yeah, try it in TSW, Adam. We'll see what you think. I've not had to do it at all in TSW so far. So we can see on the track monitor that Oxenholme is right ahead of us. So power control is off. We're good for the neutral section. Hey, we had a good stop at Oxenholme before, didn't we? I was quite proud of that one, actually. I didn't quite know how that would go, but there you go. That's Oxenholme again. There's the board for the neutral section, the first warning board. So we got a mile from that board. Black board is first, and then a white board just as you hit it. So 17 miles, I think it's 17 miles from Oxenholme to Lancaster. There's the neutral section. And then we got 20 miles between Lancaster and Preston. The sounds are excellent, aren't they? I've commented a few times when I was a kid, and these, well, the 87s and the 86s used to be coming into Preston Station when I was there. It used to be quite scary. The sound, the screech. very loud. Another slight weather change coming in. Very pretty in the snow. Yeah, you could of course set it to snow and not have the dynamic weather on, so you'll get one level of snow the whole way through. But for Ultimate Challenge, I think dynamic weather was the way to go for this one. How long have we been streaming? 2 hours 49. A decent run. Thanks everybody for coming in once again. Hope you've enjoyed taking an early look. Sam, good afternoon. How are you? Can't wait to drive this route, says Sam. Yeah, absolutely. Sounds like you'll enjoy it. Yeah, it comes out tomorrow, 10 o'clock on consoles, and then 5 PM for Steam and Epic, or thereabouts. Peter says, hope it runs okay on Series S. They said it did. I'm trying to think if we've got any ambassadors that are on the Series S. I'm sure it will do. I'm sure it will. I think Jason runs it on Series X. I think, Jason, if you're still there. I think Series X. Oh, you're on a Series S. You are on a Series S. There you go, Peter. There you go. Yeah, Jason's in the beta team, so I think you're still in the beta team, Jason, aren't you? So, yeah, there you go. Right, so I'm just coasting at the moment. 31 to go. About 11 to Lancaster. Which means about 5 till we get to Penrith. This is one of the very rare flat parts of the route. Make sure we keep it moving. Now, I wonder if we're on time. It says 2:59, we're due in. Pretty much 2:34 now. Limited to 60. So probably going to be slightly late. A couple of minutes late. Any solid ideas on the loco DLC, says Tom? There was the teaser image, wasn't there, that was put out, which has given people a hint. But yeah, I don't know. Animal wants a class 50. We know that. Thunderer says, can't keep up now. Pictures on Facebook you've posted, subs on YouTube, and the postman knocking on the door. It's all go at your end, Thunderer. Is the 87... good afternoon, Volvo, by the way. Is the 87 simple to get used to, get it to work, or is it overcomplicated? Like the BR101, which ends up in limp mode every time trying usually. No, you'll get used to the 87. You'll get used to the 87, definitely. The tutorial for the 87, as soon as this finishes, I'll post the tutorial. So have a watch of that this afternoon before you get your hands on it tomorrow. And hopefully you'll get up to speed, as it were. Chris wants a Deltic. Thunderer, you think it's an 86, the DLC? We've still got a way to go, but some of you guys must be right. Will it be clear when we get to Preston? Let's see. Cornish Steam Train 123 just subscribed. Thank you very much for that. Hope you're doing well. Sam, you get this when you get paid Thursday, Friday. Awesome. Just remind me, Sam, what platform do you play it on? I think you're on console, if I remember correctly. Although you want a Deltic, don't think you'll get one because a lot of people apparently don't like them. I think the Deltic could be brilliant in TSW personally. This is Penrith, everybody. One of the great things as well, you can actually go in the cafe at Penrith, and it's done up like the cafe in the film Brief Encounter. It's got that kind of air about it, and I don't know if any of you have been to the real life cafe at Penrith Station, but it reopened some years ago, and again they've recreated it like it is in the film. It's really good. Good cup of tea as well, actually. Worth a visit if you're ever in that neck of the woods. Right, we've got a neutral section coming up right before the Morecambe turn off, so we will keep the speed up till we reach that point. New route looks great. It does, Cornish Steam. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, it's very good. Travel Tube, good afternoon. Travel Tube says Tintin knows. He knows. Chris, 86 or 50. That's your prediction. Either one of those two. It'd be. I mean, Animal will be doing a backflip if we get a 50. That's for certain. So I'm going to run it down again. You need to develop a technique with this throttle, and it's tricky to know whether you should, you know, run it all the way down or reduce it a little bit. So, you know, I'm still sort of developing the right technique with it. I think it's just practice. Got to get a feel for it. Afternoon, Jonathan. Jonathan says Deltic would be amazing, but probably won't get one, sadly. And the teaser image is definitely an 86. Carfid says pretty certain the DLC is an 86. Wrong Way says there's a museum on Carfid. There is a railway museum. There is, right next to the cafe. In fact, you can walk all the way through. You can go around the museum and straight into the cafe. Tom says, could they do a pro version of the 86, or is the current 87 close to pro? Anyway, so I was saying about potentially our first UK pro level train could be something like this, couldn't it? And it could simulate the faults that you're going to get if you blow the motors, etc. But I think personally what might happen though, for a pro level UK loco, they'll probably do one of the more modern ones. I don't know, something like the Javelin, I would say, or something like that as a pro version. Not sure on that. You do a triple backflip. Right, power controller off. Here's the neutral section. Lights off, lights back on again. Let's power it up again. we should be able to go through, hopefully, the centre of Lancaster and still maintain 60. Let's see. Imagine a Deltic on this route with the snow kicking up, says Travel Tube. Yeah, that snow kicking up is a really nice effect. Joshua says it's definitely an 86. Volvo says look close on the front headcore panel on the 86s, they're different to the sneak peek image, which had rivets. Same with 37s. So there's a bit of uncertainty. Yeah, it's a good film. Brief Encounter's a good film. If you've not watched it, give it a go. You'll see, obviously you'll see the famous clock, which is still there on the station right now. But it's good film. Will these are the only add-ons you'll consider for TSW as it stands? Obviously, amount of time, Passion Cur, JT have for their add-ons. A fair comment. Fair comment. Right, let's run it down. There's a pacer letting us pass. We've got a 101 over in the bay platform. And we've got a 101 over on the left. That could be the Barrow service, which in this will go as far as Coinforth in this DLC. The snow's coming in again, look. It's gone dark. And now we got this final run down to Preston. 20 miles away. Yeah, the snow has really started now. Let's reapply some power. It's sticking to the windows at the side now, look. I think this is the heaviest the snow's been throughout the run. Big snowflakes. And we're slipping again, so let's just hold it where it is for now. A really good couple of runs this has been. I don't know what you guys think. If you joined the stream late, first half of the stream, we went Preston to Carlisle in the 87 on a passenger stopping service. If you want to go back and have a look at that, that's the first half of the stream. And then this one we're taking the steel train in the snow up over Shap, which actually, thinking about it, it actually went alright, didn't it? I expected it to... look at those signals, by the way. Look at the glow of the signals. Very nice. I expected it to be a little bit more slippery. I think it was pretty slippery coming out of Carlisle because you're straight into a gradient there. But it's been a good run. JT have got a 37/4 model that's planned for TSC until April release the 37 Volume 1, so could that be a possibility for local DLC? Maybe. Maybe. I didn't realise that. Those AP 37 packs are very good, aren't they? And the young tea room girl still have at 98, Margaret Bourne. She is. Afternoon, Radford Junction. Cannot wait for this tomorrow, says Radford. I'm quite excited for you guys to get your hands on it, because we've kind of like, since when, September? Did we know about it before September? I can't remember. But these last few months, we've been going through all the dev updates, we've been talking about it quite a lot, even when we've been talking about other routes we've been running and, the TSC stuff we've been playing. And it's kind of dominated, hasn't it, for the last couple of months, certainly on this channel. And I'm kind of pleased for you guys that you get your hands on it tomorrow as well. It is exciting. So you haven't got long to wait, but I'm pretty excited for you lot to play it. Afternoon, Mark, how you doing? For a real challenge, spawn at T-Bay in the snow, drop in an 87 for it, see if you can get up the summit. Steeper going north. Yes, I noticed that. Maybe, I think we'll run that next time. Thanks for popping in, Mark, by the way. Definitely, if you want a challenge, try the snow. It's a different beast. Oh, Brief Encounters on YouTube. Oh, even better. Everybody go and swat up on that before tomorrow. Afternoon, David. How you doing? Only 21 hours to go. Yeah, when we started today at 10 o'clock this morning, we had 24 hours, of course. And you see, the time's already zipping through. We'll be back doing another one tonight, 6:30. And we'll have a look at some of the other stuff that doesn't involve the 87, although the 87 is excellent. There's loads more, actually. You don't just have to play the 87. And if you don't want to run the 87 straight away because you're a bit nervous about it, you don't want to try it, you all know how to drive the 47. There's plenty to do with the 47, because that comes with part of the route as well, even if you don't have any of the other layers, so you can run the 47. I love that. I love the way the signal glows like that in this light. Oh, you've been here the whole time, Mark. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hope you've enjoyed seeing the feedback, etc. I saw the cheeky poster of you and Tom as I was doing a service round to Upper Yard yesterday. I think it was the hair cream advert. If ever you need anyone for one of those screenshots there, for one of those adverts, you give me a shout. I am available. FOC. I like the way it recovers from that slip as well. Josh says this might be the best UK DLC so far for TSW 5. I would argue for any TSW. That's probably what you meant. That's probably what you meant. But Carthage, looking forward to this tomorrow. Sam, you're going to go on the West Coast Mainline South. Have I driven at sunset? Not yet. Haven't yet. No, I might do that tonight, actually. I might have a go tonight. And that's what I was saying, Mark. There's so much to do. And then you've got to do it in all the different weathers and all the different times of day. And that's why I think, you know, everybody's going to be just trying something different for weeks and weeks. You can just keep, you know, you can just keep stepping it up. Let's try and keep to the 60. Yeah, the poster of the hair's a belter. I could see definitely that Tom had coiffed his, you know, at the front, especially for the picture. I could see that. And it was only last week, on last week's live stream, we saw you and Tom were wrestling at Blackpool South. We saw you were on at the sandcastle. You're everywhere. This looks the best, says David. Blackpool demoted to second best. That's what's happened to me, actually. Blackpool by 4 was my most favourite route until this. So, big pat on the back for Mark, Tom, Benedict, everybody else involved at Just Trains, I think, with this one. Yeah, get me on the poster. Yeah, I'm quite happy to get on the poster. No problem there. You get me on there. You can call me the Hype Meister or something like that and stick me on. Preston northwards out of Preston at sunset is a favourite. All the colour in the sky and the signals lighting away, and no doubt St Walburg's all nicely lit up with a sunset in the background. I can already kind of picture it. I've seen it in real life, of course, so I can kind of imagine what it'll look like in this. Yeah, I'll do that. I look forward to that. Oh, everybody's in. Welcome in, Morrison. Am I pronouncing that right? Morrison Wise. Hopefully. Steve, you asked me, is it simply coming off the throttle in the neutral zones? Pretty much. So, when you see the first board, which is coloured black. Oh yeah, there's one here, and I'm already There you go, there's a neutral section, but I was already powered down. When you see the blackboard warn you that there's a neutral section, just put the throttle into run down. Just make sure this black dial goes down to 0. That's the power off, and then you can run over the neutral section. And once the line light comes back on, you can reapply the power. That's the basics of it. So now I've gone over the neutral section, I can notch up individually like this. You see the dials starting to go up notch by notch, or I can run up, which does multiple notches at once. Then when I'm happy with where it wants to be, see it rise into 60, 70, I can then put it back in hold, and you can see it's maintaining the rate of acceleration there in the just at the top of the green. But there's a lot of that in the tutorial that I'll release straight after this one. Marching, got it. Apologies for that. So once again, likewise, you see I'm going over the speed limit a little bit now, so put it in notch down. Just keep taking it down slightly, because we're on a slight hill. And hopefully it'll drop the speed down. It can be quite difficult just to make, well, I found it quite difficult to make small adjustments. You see we're still accelerating. But just practice. Oh, it's nice to meet you, Martin. I don't think I've spoken to you before, so it's nice for you to come in. Appreciate it. And everybody, we've had generally mostly over 100 in. I think the channel record before was, I think it was 83. The other week we set 83, so it's been really nice to see everybody in. So I'm really pleased. So thanks for that. I think everyone's excited. It's understandable. But as always, it's my pleasure to be able to show it you a little bit earlier via the Ambassador program. So thanks again to Dovetail and Just Trains for letting us do that. Demonic, how are you? $143 likes, excellent, love it. Right, we haven't got long to go. Here we are where we all started at the beginning. Station Lane, Barton, just coming over the top. Remember I mentioned about my grandparents over there? That's where we are again. This is the old Barton station. Broughton and Barton, I think it was called. Wrong way, thank you very much for that membership. Thank you so much, really appreciate that. You guys are legends. Welcome to the members club. Wrong way. Yeah, tomorrow, Connor. Yeah, it's out tomorrow. You can pick it up consoles from 10 AM, and then PC, Steam and Epic later in the day, usually about 5 or 6 PM UK time. What route am I looking forward to seeing next? You mean of the ones that I already know about that are on the roadmap, or something else? I think the ones that are on the roadmap, I'm quite looking forward to the Cardiff one. I think that's going to be an interesting one. And it's the first venture into Wales, isn't it, as well? Quite like the Welsh routes in TSC, to be honest. Yeah, on the roadmap. Yeah, I think the Cardiff one. Although, see, it's a difficult question, that, because I'm looking forward to all of them. I'm quite looking forward to the Tadami line as well. I'm quite intrigued by it. I haven't played it on TSC, the Tadami line, although it's been out for a while. So I'm quite looking forward to that. And then, of course, we got the Dutch route, which is also something new and also a new country. So there's a lot to look forward to, isn't there, really? Once again, everybody, say hello to my mum on this side. If you're watching, Mum, give us a wave. St Anthony's Church is in and the school's in. The high school is missing, though. The high school's missing right from the... That's a small point. My mum's house is over here. Right, we're going to get ready for the stop into Preston. Let's put the first notch of brake in. So it's not exactly clear in Preston. It's clearer than it was as we travelled down the route. But what a great run, though. We've gone through all sorts of weather on the way down. There's St Walburg's in the gloom coming into view. And the snow's picking up, if anything. Yeah, not sure how long the Cardiff route is away. I don't think they've said yet. Was it in the 6-month sort of bracket? I can't remember. Right, I should be slowing it down. The weather's trolling me, look. It's really coming down. Yeah, my mum makes the tea the proper way, absolutely. There's none of that filling it with milk. Time for a spad. Oh, now my monitor wants to switch itself off. This is not good. You can't see that, but I've got a thing right in front of me telling me the monitor is switching off. So now we could have a spad. No, I think we're going to be good. Honestly, a little pop-up came in front of the monitor and said, "We are shutting down now." I've got an emergency because I'm not, you know, not proud. Straight through, spad. Workman on the line. slightly over. A slight overshoot. Let's have a look. Oh, you can hear the storm as well. These guys are having a debate. He says, is this the best route ever in TSW? He says, yeah, look, he's nodding. He's nodding. Look, see? He's nodding. So we got a slight overshoot at the end. I can't believe the timing of the monitor. It does that every now and again. I need to sort that out. There must be some energy saving settings that I've got. But there we go. Took us 1 hour and 48 on the way back. What a blast that was. Speeding, you won't be surprised to know. 1,462.5. But what a good route that is. I don't know what you guys think. Gold standard, says Jason. Needle was 0, so we slid in. I think we did. I think we did. If we didn't get a spad, we had to slightly overshoot somewhere. So anyway, there we go. So that's the first stream done at 3.5 hours. Thanks to everybody for coming in. I do appreciate it. I know I say it a lot, but I really do. Thank you everybody for hitting the like button, and to all our new members that came in. Thanks to Just Trains who have been in the chat. Dovetail have been in the chat as well. Nice to see everybody. I'll be back at 6:30 this evening. So if you fancy coming back for a look at what else the route has got to offer, you're more than welcome. Thanks again. Take it easy this afternoon. The 87 tutorial is just about to be released now after this, so look out for that if you're interested a little bit more about the 87. It's in summer, by the way, so there's no snow, so it might be a little bit better. Thanks everybody. See you later on. Bye for now.